Hey guys, welcome to another Poro tutorial. If you're new to my channel you don't know what this is about, basically I make tutorials every Friday and I post it every Friday on how I drew a Poro drawing, and each week I'll draw a new Poro drawing. This week we are going to learn about how to draw this one. These are mini Poros that are just sleeping. We have a mini one and then a small one, and then this is what a medium-sized one looks like, so that's what I'm calling this, a small one, and then two mini ones. Sorry, my tablet stand keeps falling. I keep hitting it, darn it. But last week I showed how to draw this, so if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out my social media in the description box below. It's there. If you follow me, you'll get constant art updates, not only on Poros but other things that I draw. And also don't forget to share this with your friends. If you know someone who's an artist or likes to follow tutorials or likes to experiment or try out drawings for their first time or something like that, then you can also share this with them, and maybe it will be fun to do together with your friends. So yeah, so let's get started. Mini Poros. Gotta place you guys back on my stand. Ooh. Sorry about the mess over there. I was just like having my box of Pokemon cards out and whatnot, and sorting out all my Pokemon cards. Finally, I'm done. So let's get started. First we're going to draw the small one on the left. You guys probably can't see the reference right now because it's off screen to that way. I'll just go along with you guys. So first we're going to start at the forehead. So we're going to make a spike that is curved upwards, a little bit like half a rainbow. And these spikes on this Poro are going to be sharp, so they're not soft and fluffy looking, they're more sharp and fuzzy looking. And then we're going to go down from the point, and we're going to go like about halfway from how the first line looked. And then we're going to go up again, but this time this point will be a little bit smaller than the other point, the first point. And then we're going to curve down again. And basically that's the beginning of his head, and that's where all the fluff is from on the forehead. Now we're going to do a little horn. So we're going to do an upside down rainbow. Just like a tiny curve, curving diagonally downwards to the leftish, and then just keep going. Sorry, it keeps unfocusing. Focus, camera. And then from this part where we left off on the point, we're actually going to curve upwards. And this point will curve upwards larger than the other points. Sorry, making sure that it's focusing properly. So it curves upwards, and you're gonna stop about a tiny bit up like that. And then from this bottom, you're going to connect it to that point that we just made, and it's gonna get narrower as it connects. So it's kind of like a horn. Then we're going to begin with the forehead. So right where the fluff was that we started with, we're going to curve downwards. Try to keep a small ball shape in mind as you're doing this. I'm going to add a spike here, like so, just to make it look like he has a little fuzz. And then I'm going to curve all the way around and keep going until you reach around here-ish, and you're going to make another spike for the fluff. And you can actually start at the horn. It's easier than just curving like that, but you can start at the horn and connect it like so. And then we're gonna do another horn right around, like a little bit off from where the first fluff is on the forehead. curve up a little, and curve back down as a spike. And then we're gonna do like a curve that is curving like a rainbow for real. And then we're going to curve a second time again, so that way it gives the horn a horn detailing. And again with this one, curving upwards in the direction of the horn. So yeah, that's the first guy. The next guy is a bit more complicated. He has a face, but he's still super easy to draw. So leaving a little room here, and we're gonna start with the fluff. This guy has a curved fluff. Sorry, I drew too close. But this guy has a curved fluff. So what we're gonna do is start here, curve upwards, and you're gonna make kind of like a leaf or feather shape by making it very round and not that pointy at the top. So like this, and then we're gonna end the same height as the other one at the bottom, and then we're gonna curve kind of a weird angle, but curving that way. The motion of my pencil is hard to see, but that way up. Don't reach the same height as the other one, but halfway instead, and curve down. But it's gonna be pointier, this second one, so you want it to be as pointy as possible. And then we're gonna start making his horns. So we're going to curve downwards, curving downwards, connecting with the spike. And then starting from here, right there, we're going to curve upwards like a rainbow and kind of keep curving it. Make sure the curve is pretty small, but we're gonna curve it till it reaches like this. So like keep a circle in mind. It's kind of like a half circle-ish, but a little bit more. And then from this part of the horn, we're gonna start connecting it, and again keeping the similar thing. Keep this part bigger, and as you join it together with the other point, make sure that it gets smaller and smaller, like so. And then we're gonna start from here because it's easier to do that. So the forehead, again, curve down, keeping the same shape of a circle. I gave it a little bit of a point here, a spike, so that way it looks like a fluff. And now we're going to curve a little bit outwards, and then curve in towards the body, and we're just going to make these little weird curves that are facing this direction, so facing diagonally to the right. The first one is facing diagonally to the left, this one is facing diagonally to the right. Kind of like the fluff on this one, but keep it more round. Like, don't make any pointy edges. And I'm gonna do 3, 2, and 3. And for this one, it doesn't end the same height as them. It ends a little bit shorter, and then want to make a tiny line going like so. And then for the bottom, you want to go from here, this part of the mouth, and keep in mind a ball and keep curving it up until here, and just stop right there. We're going to make a blanket for him, so curve from this part of the horn, curve downwards, and it's okay if this line of the blanket doesn't reach, just extend the back of the poro a little bit, so that way it works. And then make sure the edges of the blanket are just kind of softly cornered. Don't want sharp corners. And over here we're curving just like the horn, we're gonna curve like kind of like a rainbow again, and then make another curve and go here. And then I'm gonna make a line following this outer line, so that way it looks like the blanket has an outline of some sort, like so. And you got yourself a blanket on the Poro. And for these little toe beans, they're just little circles. So 1, 2, 3, and they're overlapping each other. So I started here, and now I'm going to start at the edge more and create his other feet. And yeah, and then for his eyes, I just draw a little rainbow right here, and then a little line above it. So that way it's like the wrinkle of his eye. Like that. And then for his other horn, you start here-ish around the forehead, a little bit away from the first fluff, and curve upwards and keep going. It's going to be cut off a little by the spikes, but just keep going and make sure that it looks even, so that way it looks behind the spikes. And then we're going to do those little rainbows again in the horn, just curving upwards for where the horn is, like so. That's 2 of them, and now here's the third one. Bear with me because there's like 3 on this page, but they're really small, so they're simple to draw. So this one again will have fluffs like the second one that we drew, because it will be very less pointy on the head. The fluffs will be less spiky. So I'm going to start around here. Start like directly above this guy's fluffs. And you want to go curve upwards like so, and making that petal shape, curve downwards, and then curve upwards again. This one will be, the second one that we are making will be smaller, so this part will be smaller in height compared to that one. And then curve downwards, like so. And then we're going to make the curve that goes downwards, connected to the second fluff, and then kind of curve it up a bit, just like so. So far it looks like that. And then we're going to start at the fluff again, the second fluff, and we're going to curve up like a rainbow. And then we're going to go about here. And then from this part, like the middle of this curve that we made, this weird shape, we're going to curve kind of following this line, but kind of flatter looking, like so. And then we're going to start with his forehead again, and from here we're going to curve downwards. Keep in mind the ball shape. I made a little spike here, just like my other poros, and then I'm curving, and it's going to stop right there, right next to this guy, the first guy that we drew. And then over here, starting at the horn, we curve downwards, keeping in mind, again, the round shape. I make a little spike here, and then I continue to go down, and it's going to hit about there. About the first fluff on this guy right here, the second guy. And then on the bottom, I'm just going to make a curve. Make it look as if he's being overlapped by these guys. And then we're going to make the other horn, which is right around here-ish. Again, leave a space near the first fluff, because you don't want it to be like, you want it to be like it's kind of visible but not that much. And then we're going to curve upwards, following kind of this leaf, the fluff part. And then actually it's going to hit the first fluff in like the middle part of it, and then you're just going to go like that. And basically it will look like it's cut off, like in terms of it, it's kind of like it's overlapping again. And then we want to make curves. Same with these horns. We're going to make a curve right here in the middle of this horn, like so. And then for this horn, you're going to go right here, almost close to where this curve is ending, kind of right there. And then another one in the back, like so. Kind of, the even spacing gives it a nice look. So yeah. Okay, and we're done. So, gonna show an overview of them together. So that, tablet stand keeps falling, whatever. Okay, so here it is. So yeah, again, like I say in every Poro tutorial, they look a bit different from each other, but they each have their own personality, so don't be frustrated or upset if yours looks a bit different if you follow this tutorial. Of course, I can't completely draw the exact same thing over and over again, because I find that difficult actually, and it's quite impossible for me to do so. Every Poro has their own personality. Like this guy, his foot is there, but this guy, his foot is closer to his mouth. So yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell button next to the subscription button, so that way you get notified for whenever I upload new videos. And also, if you feel like you may forget, or you want to be that every Friday's a Poro tutorial, or if you want to be notified for whenever I upload any videos that I ever make, then just click that bell button. And also, don't forget to check down on the description box below. There will be my social media you can follow for constant art updates. Like I said in other videos, my social media mostly gets a lot more updates than my YouTube account, just because my YouTube, I only post 5 times a week. So some of the progress I leave out on YouTube, just because it's a lot of work to show on a video, and it takes more time to make a video, and I kind of work on a slow pace. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, you can check down in my description box below. There will be my Patreon link, so you guys can support me on making Poro tutorials. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.